The European Conservatives and Reformists is a Eurosceptic and anti-federalist political group in the European Parliament. The ECR is the parliamentary group of the Alliance of European Conservatives and Reformists European political party, but also includes MEPs from 4 other European parties and 13 MEPs without European party affiliation. The ECR was founded around the movement for European reform after the 2009 European elections at the behest of British Conservative Party leader David Cameron. During the 7th European Parliament, the ECR had 55 MEPs, making it the joint 4th largest group. After the 2014 European elections, the party accepted 13 new member parties, increasing group membership to 71 MEPs and making it the current 3rd largest group in the European Parliament. The group is considered centre-right to right-wing. The largest parties in the group by number of MEPs are the Conservative Party of the United Kingdom and Law and Justice of Poland. Founding principles. The genesis of the ECR dates back to 2005, and possibly earlier. A political group in the European Parliament cannot be officially recognized if it contains MEPs from only a single member state. Instead, it must meet the minimum threshold required by the European Parliament's Rules of Procedure. Any party seeking to create a group must therefore seek partners. The last mixed group in the European Parliament was forcibly dissolved. Since then, groups have been required to demonstrate ideological coherence. This is usually done by publishing a document stating the principles to which each group member is expected to adhere. The Constituent Declaration of the ECR has become known as the Prague Declaration. That document outlines the following principles: free enterprise, free and fair trade and competition, minimal regulation, lower taxation, and small government as the ultimate catalysts for individual freedom and personal and national prosperity, freedom of the individual, more personal responsibility and greater democratic accountability, sustainable, clean energy supply with an emphasis on energy security, the importance of the family as the bedrock of society, the sovereign integrity of the nation-state, opposition to EU federalism and a renewed respect for true subsidiarity, the overriding value of the transatlantic security relationship in a revitalized NATO, and support for young democracies across Europe, effectively controlled immigration and an end to abusive asylum procedures, efficient and modern public services and sensitivity to the needs of both rural and urban communities, an end to waste and excessive bureaucracy and a commitment to greater transparency and probity in the EU institutions and use of EU funds, respect and equitable treatment for all EU countries, new and old, large and small. History. Origins. In 2005, the British Conservative Party held a leadership contest. During the 6th term of the European Parliament, Conservative Party MEPs sat in the European Democrats, a subgroup of the European People's Party European Democrats group which is dominated by the European People's Party. Leadership contender David Cameron argued for withdrawal of the Conservatives from EPP and the formation of a new group. Upon taking office as Conservative leader in December 2005, Cameron indicated that the launch of a new group would be undertaken immediately. In June 2006, Cameron ordered then Shadow Foreign Secretary William Hague to ensure the new group was created by the 13th of July 2006. However, when that date arrived, it was announced that the launch of the new European Parliament group was delayed until after the 2009 elections. Movement for European Reform. In the interim, a pan-European alliance, called the Movement for European Reform, was founded and functioned outside of the European Parliament. The same day, the Law and Justice and Civic Platform parties of Poland were identified as potential members of the new group. However, Civic Platform stated that it would not leave the EPP, and a Law and Justice stated that it planned to stay aligned to UEN. The next day, Suraj MP, the leader of the Ulster Unionist Party, suggested that the UUP could join the new group after the 2009 election. In the event of the election, the UUP ran under the banner of the Ulster Conservatives and Unionists, an electoral alliance between the Conservative Party and the Ulster Unionists. The Czech Civic Democratic Party was part of MER, but its leader, Marek Topolánek, did not rule out staying in EPP. Topolánek then attended the EPP summit of the 21st of June 2007, adding speculation about the fragility of the new group. In July 2008, the European Parliament raised the 2009 threshold for forming a group to 25 members and representing 7 member states. Topolánek, after being re-elected leader of the ODS on the 7th of December 2008, attended yet another EPP summit on the 11th of December 2008. 2009 European Parliament elections. As the 2009 European elections approached, Cameron, Topolánek, and Conservative MEP Geoffrey Van Orden were looking for partners. The list of possible partners was kept secret. People at parties that were rumoured to be possible partners in the new group included Law and Justice, Lega Nord, the Danish People's Party, 4, Fatherland and Freedom, Order and Justice, the Pensioners' Party, or Order, Law and Justice, Libertas, Civic Union, Electoral Action of Poles in Lithuania, Christian Union SGP, the Independent Indirect Tarrant, and LIJSD Dedegasd Epping, from member states such as the Czech Republic, Poland, Italy, Sweden, the Baltic and Balkan states, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Speculation also considered the remnants of the Union for Europe of the Nations group, which was thought to be on the verge of collapse after the decision of Fianna failed to join the alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe and the Italian National Alliance merging with EPP member party Forza Italia. Lavros Bokros, elected on the list of the Hungarian Democratic Forum, joined the group as the EPP did not want to accept him on pressure of the rival FIDESZ. The new group was provisionally named the European Conservatives, which was then changed to European Conservatives and Reformists. The original estimates were firmed up to 84 MEPs, then to approximately 60. Frictions surfaced, as the ODS wanted the new group to have as many MEPs as possible, whilst the Conservatives wanted to disbar anti-immigrant parties in the new group, including the Danish People's Party and Lega Nord. Formation on the 22nd of June 2009, the first official list of the new group's members was released. On the 24th of June, the group held its inaugural meeting, in which Conservative MEP Timothy Kirkhope was named interim leader. Adam Bilan of PiS and Jan Zahradil of the ODS were named interim vice-chairman. At the first sitting of the 7th European Parliament, on the 14th of July 2009, outgoing Parliament President Hans-Gert Pöttering announced that applications from all new and returning groups had been received and approved, including ECR. The group then became eligible for EU funding, office space, and committee places. The first election for the group leadership was also scheduled for the 14th of July 2009, pitting interim leader Kirkhope against fellow Briton Geoffrey Van Orden. However, both Conservative leadership candidates were forced to forfeit the leadership in order to prevent it from falling apart, when then Conservative MEP Edward Macmillan Scott defied his party party whip and stood for one of the vice presidency posts despite pledges the previous week that Polish MEP Michał Kamiński would be backed for it. Kamiński's bid for vice president of the European Parliament subsequently failed, and the Polish MEPs threatened to abandon the new caucus unless Kamiński was made the group leader in the parliament. Kirkhope went to an emergency meeting with Polish MEPs in Strasbourg and proposed sharing the group leadership with the Kamiński. However, this was not accepted, and he had to step down as coalition leader, withdrawing in favor of Kamiński. Macmillan Scott, who alleged that the Conservatives' new allies in Poland are racist and homophobic, had the Conservative whip withdrawn in the European Parliament. In March 2010, Macmillan Scott joined the British Liberal Democrats and the ALDE group. Leadership changes and upheavals in membership. Group chairman Kamiński left Law and Justice in November 2010, saying that the party had been taken over by the far right. Kamiński and other Law and Justice MPs and MEPs formed a new Polish party, Poland Comes First, formed as a breakaway from Law and Justice following dissatisfaction with the direction and leadership of Jarosław Kaczyński. Kamiński initially remained of the group, but other Law and Justice MEPs argued he should step down. On the 15th of December, rumors emerged that the 11 remaining MEPs might leave the ECR and join the right-wing Europe of Freedom and Democracy group instead. In February 2011, Kamiński announced he would resign his chairmanship, effective the 8th of March, when a replacement would be elected. Former interim leader Timothy Kirkhope was said to be the front-runner, but lost the election to Jan Zahradil of the Czech Republic's ODS. Zahradil has been in talks with other parties about joining the ECR. In late March, David Cameron invited the new Flemish alliance to join the group. The May 2011 resignation of Silvana Koch-Marin, one of the 14 vice presidents of the European Parliament, led to the ECR considering putting another candidate forward to take the position they were denied through Macmillan Scott's defection. Conservative Party MEP Giles Chichester was nominated on the 31st of May, and was elected unopposed by the Parliament on the 5th of July 2011, after the ALDE group to which Koch-Marin belongs failed to find a willing and suitable candidate. On the 14th of December 2011, a new leadership was elected, with Martin Callanan as chairman and Jan Zahradil, Geoffrey Van Orden, Ryszard Legutko, and Erkan Epink as vice chairman. On the 26th of December 2011, 4 members of United Poland, who had split from Law and Justice in November, left the ECR to join the Europe of Freedom and Democracy group. On the 17th of January 2012, Czech Oldřich Vlasic replaced Chichester as the ECR's vice president of the parliament. 2014 European Parliament elections. The 2014 European elections were held on 22 to 25 May 2014. On the 4th of June 2014, the ECR accepted applications from the Danish People's Party and the Finns Party, both formerly attached to the EFD group during the 7th term of the European Parliament, as well as the Family Party of Germany, both ordinary people and independent personalities, and New Majority from Slovakia, and the Independent Greeks, Alternative for Germany and Bulgaria without censorship, were admitted on the 8th of June, followed by the Dutch Reformed Political Party on the 16th of June. On the 18th of June, the new Flemish Alliance joined the group, a party previously attached to the Greens EFA group. NVA party members had voted by a wide margin to join the ECR group instead of ALDE. 70 voted to join the ECR, and just 3 to join ALDE. The NVA's decision allowed allowed the ECR to overtake ALDE as the third biggest group in the European Parliament, assuming the role of kingmakers in the new parliament. On the 23rd of June, Irish Fianna Fáil MEP Brian Crowley joined from the ALDE group, but without the permission of his party or its leader Michael Martin, who removed Crowley's party whip the following day. On the same day, IMRO Bulgarian National Movement joined, taking the group to 70 MEPs. The ECR's unanimous decision to admit the Danish People's Party and Finn's Party as members was criticized because one MEP from each party has a criminal conviction. Morten Messerschmidt, lead candidate for the Danish People's Party, was convicted in 2002 for publishing material that appeared to suggest that there is a link between a multi-ethnic society and rape, violence and forced marriages. Jussi Halla-aho, a Finn's Party MEP, was convicted in 2012 after writing a 2008 blog entry which claimed that Islam reveres pedophilia. However, Saeed Kamal, the ECR's chairman, who is a practicing Muslim, defended the new members. Following the election, British Conservative MEP Sajad Karim was the group's candidate for President of the European Parliament. On the 8th of March 2016, the Bureau of the ECR group began motions to exclude the two remaining MEPs of the Alternative for Germany from the group due to the AfD's links with the far-right Freedom Party of Austria and controversial remarks about immigration, inviting the MEPs to voluntarily leave the group by the 31st of March, with a motion of exclusion to be tabled on the 12th of April. Otherwise, changes in membership. On the 2nd of October 2014, the leader of the Slovakian party Freedom and Solidarity, Richard Sulik, left the ALDE group to join the ECR, and was formally accepted 6 days later. In November 2014, the sole Croatian member of the group, Mirza Tomasic, left the party she founded, Croatian Party of Rights Drive, Ante Starčević, to lead a new party, the Croatian Conservative Party. On the 24th of January 2015, Amjad Bashir, the UKIP MEP for Yorkshire and the Humber, defected to the Conservative Party and subsequently joined the ECR. On the 18th of May 2015, Raffaele Fitto, formerly of Italian party Forza Italia and EPP group, joined the ECR group, forming a party called the Conservatives and Reformists after the ECR. On the 7th of July 2015, Remo Zenigotto left the EPP to join the ECR. On the 27th of October 2015, Monica McAvey, from M10 political party, left the EPP to join the ECR. On the 8th of March 2016, Eleni Theocharis of the Cypriot Democratic Rally was admitted to the group from the EPP. Conservatives and Reformists Summit 2015 Conservatives and Reformists Summit, Tunis. 2016 Conservatives and Reformists Summit, Antalya. Membership. The ECR has 76 members of the European Parliament from 23 parties across 18 countries. The ECR draws the majority of its MEPs from Northern and Central Europe. 8th European Parliament. Following the 2014 election, members from 12 new parties joined. Additional parties were admitted during the course of the 8th European Parliament, such as Freedom and Solidarity of Slovakia and Conservatives and Reformists of Italy. Alternative for Germany was initially admitted, but expelled in April 2016. 7th European Parliament. Originally, it had been announced on the 22nd of June 2009 that Hannu Takkula, MEP for the Finnish Centre Party, would also be a member of ECR, but he reversed this decision 2 days later. The group membership was reduced to 54 when Edward Macmillan Scott was expelled from the group in July 2009. It increased to 55 again when Anna Rosbach joined the group in March 2011. UKIP MEP David Campbell-Bannerman rejoined the Conservative Party in May 2011, taking the group's tally to 56, one larger than the Greens' European Free Alliance, an advantage that disappeared in June 2011. Anthea McIntyre was confirmed as the ECR's 57th MEP on 1 December 2011. United Poland, which had been founded by 4 defectors from Law and Justice, Zbigniew Ziobro, Tadeusz Szymanski, Jacek Kurski, and Jacek Włosowicz, left the ECR for Europe of Freedom and Democracy on 26 December 2011. In March 2012, Conservative Roger Helmer defected to the UK Independence Party and also joined EFD. Marta Andreasen moved in the opposite direction, joining the Conservatives and the ECR from UKIP and the EFD group in February 2013. In October 2012, Cristiana Muscardini joined the ECR, when she left Future and Freedom to found the Conservatives and Social Reformers. In April 2013, the ECR was joined by fellow Italian Susie De Martini, an independent who was formerly a member of the People of Freedom. The newly elected Croatian MEP Rosa Tomasic of the Croatian Party of Rights joined the group when Croatia joined the EU in July 2013. In November 2013, Poland Comes First dissolved itself with 3 of its members joining the new Poland Together, which was also joined by Artur Zasady from the EPP, taking the group's number of MEPs to 57. In 2014, Miroslaw Piotrowski rejoined Law and Justice, and sought re-election in 2014 under the party's banner. Leadership. Chairman. The ECR is led by Chairman, currently Saeed Kamel of the British Conservative Party. There have been 5 chairmen of the European Conservatives and Reformists Group Bureau. In addition to the chairman, the ECR is led by 3 vice-chairmen and a wider bureau, including the leader of each national delegation represented in the ECR. Cohesion. According to calculations by Vote Watch Europe, the ECR group had a cohesion rate of 86.65% in parliamentary votes during the 7th session. This is slightly lower than in the 4 pro-European groups, but higher than in the European United Left, Nordic Green Left, and far higher than in the Europe of Freedom and Democracy groups. Internal cohesion was highest in votes on constitutional and interinstitutional affairs, international trade, and industry, research and energy. The greatest divergence within the group was in decisions on regional development, agriculture, and development. The parties that were most loyal to the group were the UK Conservatives, the Ulster Unionist Party and the Czech Civic Democratic Party. The members who deviated from the ECR majority the most often were the individual MEPs Andreasen from the UK, Muscardini from Italy, and Rosbach